a short introduction about us. So we are from Citrix Systems. I hope it's a well-known company to you. It's more coming like a trend on the market, but it's actually not. My name is Alexander Dradovic. I'm responsible from Citrix side for the markets of Romania, Greece, Bulgaria, and Cyprus. A colleague of mine is our technical consultant responsible for Southeastern Europe, including Romania, Bulgaria, Greece, and Cyprus. So I would like to have more interactive communication with you, if possible, if you would like. Today we would not like to run a typical presentation, PowerPoint presentation, saying what Citrix does, what we do. I know how familiar you are with Citrix, definitely with virtualization you are. It's coming more as a trend through server virtualization we can see last years. A lot present in the companies, strong ROIs behind the strong business needs, definitely. Now Citrix is more focused on part of virtualization, so-called application desktop virtualization. And what we see and what is coming also from this experience from Western European countries is not only trend virtualization, it's also business need. It's a need of business, private and public organization to protect their corporate assets. So it's about security, it's about mobility, it's about us being able to access our private data, to access our corporate data, to be able to access them on any device, anytime. So we can say an iPad is a trend, very good marketing, advertising, we all love it. And we can see a lot of people are using it. But in the end of the day, it's not important. Today is iPad, tomorrow can be X, Y, W, who knows what, which will drag our attention. The point is, what do we need actually? What do we need in our private lives, and what do we need in order to perform well? We can see that the years that we are living, the years that are coming, all of our organization, never mind if this is private sector, if this is public sector, the expectation is high. Perform, be on time, have your own data in front of you, okay? Access them, use them. Maybe on the other side you say, okay, yes, the road that we are living and the mobility is something we don't really like it, because it's like with the BlackBerry when everything started. I was waking up during the night and said, wow, BlackBerry, let's see my email. And then I realized that I was waking up 2-3 at night just to see who sent the email, and I said, okay, it's bad stuff. But for the business as well, and for private life, sometimes it's very useful. I don't know if you have any experience about this, if you have any plans about that. Virtualization is only one step, okay, to the mobility. Mobility is just one step before cloud. And we can see that decentralization is coming very, very fast. I can see on the Romanian market, by talking with service providers and talking about what is their strategy, what they would like to end up in the next 2 years. They said, okay, we did some analysis, and even 7-8 years ago, and we understand that selling mobile phones, internet, is not anymore something we would like to offer. We would like to offer cloud. So what do you mean by cloud? Services. Services to the SMB, services to the enterprise, services to us, to retail users at home. So we can rent, easily access our data from any device we have, virtualize them, rent them. And this is actually philosophy that is coming from enterprise organizations. It's not something new. Talking with service providers, they have a clear strategy. They will start next calendar year with services on the market. They're getting ready. Of course, market research is not giving them a clear picture about where they will end up by 2013. But definitely, they claim they have a big pipeline. So they will jump over the first step, virtualization, and they will try to offer more to their customers, mobility. Therefore, I would like to give, I just want to say a few words from my side, and then I would like to give over to a colleague of mine, Grega Zoubek, to show you practically application and virtualization part. And after this presentation, if you have any questions and if you would like us to meet and to have some deeper discussion on this, please feel free to approach us. Grega.
Okay, thank you, Alex. As Alex said, my name is Grega Zoubek. I am a system engineer, so we can talk about technology, not about sales, marketing. And for today, we have prepared one scenario that we see pretty common. So you will see how actually it is to provide mobility access to virtually any user. Okay? Probably everyone is familiar with this. Just take a second. An iPad. All the managers love it, right? And so let's say that Alex promotes me to IT manager, and I get one of these appliances. And how to use it? Okay, as you can see, this is my personal iPad. It's not owned by a company. And then I just simply receive an email on the right that explains all the connection details. So I have here iPad. I don't know actually how to use it. Okay. And here it says I have two types of connections. One is if I want to use laptop, Mac, or any kind of thin clients, but probably at home you don't have thin clients, right? And of course iPad connection. You can access it on, of course, on Android-based tablets as well. So I just click this URL. It will give me this file. This file is auto configuration file for our Citrix receiver. If I just turn back for a second, here down it says please install latest Citrix receiver. What is Citrix receiver? Citrix receiver is a piece of software that we can install on virtually any device, and it will connect to our data center or wherever we have our Citrix resources. So we can have some kind of secure perimeter to end that SSL tunnel, and then from internally we get that ICA connection wrapped under SSL, so it's completely secure. If American government and army uses this technology, it's probably secure, right? Okay, so what is Citrix receiver? Citrix receiver looks like this. It's not configured. I have installed it just as I got the direction. And I go back to this file. It says open in receiver. Okay, I open it in receiver. Username. I got the credentials in email. It's user1. Hopefully I have paste and domain. Okay, and then I log in. When I log in, I will get all the resources that IT provided me. So I have access to some resources, as we can see. Okay, they have already published Word for me, so I can click on the Word. What will happen in the background is the Word will start on one of the Xenap servers we use. Oh, welcome, Grega. Thank you. Xenap we use for application virtualization. So as you can see, this Word is obviously not working on my iPad. I have a session open on one of the Xenap servers. Currently, this is in data center in Amsterdam. So I had established, receiver has established automatically secure connection to Amsterdam data center and provide me Word that's running in one of those servers. But it's not just Word that I can use. Here I have few applications that are available for me. Okay, we've seen Word that is hosted on Xenap. I also have software as a service. I don't know how much familiar you are with those nicely something as a service terminology, but software as a service means that there is some other provider of one of the programs somewhere in the cloud, not on your premises. I can see internally, okay, we use Salesforce and Citrix, but I can click on GoToMeeting or LinkedIn. What will happen now? Of course, every enterprise really takes care of security, and they don't want users to enter the passwords and that passwords traverse over WAN. So we have established mechanism to actually establish trust between service providers, meaning in this case LinkedIn or our internal GoToMeeting. So we are authenticated internally with in our Active Directory, and only token gets over the WAN because of the trust. So if I click, for example, LinkedIn, it will open that software as a service. Okay, put the wrong address, or wrong username. Need to enter my credential only the first time. Turn around. No, it's not good. Now I'm signed to LinkedIn. Okay, there are some 30 currently supported software as a service providers with Citrix. And of course, as I said, if I click it again, it will not authenticate. Oh, what it will, sorry. I just did a test yesterday. We have a reset password for that. I don't blame the technology if user does not know how to use it. Okay.
Now we have another chance.
Okay, you will see my password. We can. No.
You have forgotten your password. Sound
No, I cleared. Now you will have another chance to write down my password.
No, it's okay. Missed error, Citrix, not okay.
Citrix? No.
First session, not now.
No, I said I have pressed clear, not update.
Yes, then it's okay.
Is it password okay?
Password okay.
Was the same?
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Well, let's see if it will work now. Yeah, it works. Okay, it is the same procedure for every software as a service. First, I enter the credentials, and then for consecutive connections and opening that software, I will not enter the credentials. My credentials will be stored locally, will not traverse the WAN. Okay, software as a service, as I said, hosted applications and desktops. You know, the Citrix provides desktop virtualization and application virtualization. Okay, so here I can show the application virtualization, like Word, and it's pretty easy if I want to use other software. I just click, and one more thing, from any device that I access this login point, I will get the same selection every single time. And what we provide also is mobile application support. What does that mean? Those users that use iPad or Android tabs already know that all applications need to be downloaded from App Store or Google Market, or how is it called. That is not suitable for enterprises. Right? Enterprises have their own developers that can develop application for their internal need. So how does that look currently? First, they develop application. They need to publish it on Apple's App Store, which is not something that everyone wants to do that. And then they need to establish some kind of SSL VPN connection to their premises. Now, there's a bit of change. I have here mobile application that was made for iPad. Okay, if I see here, it's actually installed. It's not running somewhere. It's downloaded here on this iPad inside of receiver, inside of this receiver container. So it's not installed as ordinary other applications that you see, but it's inside of the receiver. So icon will be here, you will see. Now, if I start this icon, first receiver will pop up and say, oh, receiver needs to authorize this application. Okay, I open the receiver, so inside of that receiver, this application will run. What does that mean? Again, my IT has complete control over this application. So if, for some reason, I'm removed from accessing this application, that would look like this. Okay, here I have application. I remove it. Either my IT removes it for me. I will still see it here. Try to run, and we say, oops, application is not available anymore. Okay, but not only that, applications can use some data, some documents that are stored inside of receiver, and my IT, because I'm manager now, has an option to remote wipe everything inside of this receiver. All the data actually is stored inside of this receiver together with this application. Also, I can check if the endpoint device has been jailbroken. You know that it's very popular that you jailbreak iPhones or Android, the Android telephones or iPads. So I can check, okay, there is something changed, and I will not allow that application to run anymore, and I will do the remote wipe. So increased security. Oh, oops, sorry. One other thing I would like to point out, it's not only applications that follow me actually everywhere I go. We have acquired last year a company called ShareFile. Probably everyone is aware of Dropbox. ShareFile is like a Dropbox, but for enterprises. So that means that IT administrators have really granular control on who is sharing what and what is stored where. So Dropbox does not offer on-premises storage. It's always somewhere in the cloud. Maybe you know the location, EMEA, that's all that they will say, or it's in Paris data center. But where is the backup? No one knows, not even they. We offer the solution where you have your own data in your data center and you can access it from everywhere. It will be synchronized to all your devices. Of course, it depends on your business needs. So I will now turn on my ShareFile account. I have prepared it before, so you don't see my password again. Okay, so as you can see below, I have apps and docs now. So if I go back to apps, my apps stay there. Documents, I'm using the ShareFile. And what is good here? Adobe Reader. I don't have Adobe Reader on iPad, or it could be Word document. Whatever document that is published here in my applications, right? If you maybe didn't see, Adobe Reader. It's available to me, even though I didn't put it in my favorites. It will open, if I go open app, it will go and search the Adobe Reader on the XAMPP. It will not pop up locally installed application. If I do the preview, yes, it will run application on receiver, but if I say open app, okay, it needs to upload it, download it, wherever it goes. So you see the progress of copying, and it will open Adobe Reader on one of the XAMPP servers. And here it goes. As you can see, this tag here shows me that it's virtual application or virtual desktop. In this case, it's a virtual application. And I can do that with virtually every file type that has some association in my corporate account. It's pretty easy to work with. And another thing, if Alex has access to this my shared folder, he will upload the documents and I will see these documents popping up here. Or I will go and use my laptop, open the same folder in ShareFile, I will be able to edit the shared files. Okay, and this would be more or less what I had to say, and to show you just a little just a little aspect on how we in Citrix provide mobility possibilities for all the users. This time on mobile device. Right? Okay, you can use the same scenario on the iPhones, but probably it's limited usability. Sometimes, yes, you can use applications on iPhones. We also provide so-called mobility pack, so the applications that you run are more touch-friendly. And also you can have your Windows 7 desktop, for example, on an iPad, and it will be much more touch-friendly because we just tweak an interface, and you know, it's still a small screen, it's touch screen, but end user experience might not be that good if you're not used to work with Windows 7 on this small touch screen. Okay. Anything to add?
Nothing to add. I mean, that was it.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet. The point of Grega's presentation was just to show you how this is actually working behind, and to give you a closer picture of what Citrix does. So more about security parts, definitely we can discuss more about benefits, more about total cost of ownership for your organization. The whole picture is much broader behind, and there are real and not only business needs but economical reasons why one organization should proceed into application and desktop virtualization. So if you have anything else if you would like anything to ask, please ask us. We will be available and later on. And one more thing. So the motto is that Citrix changed the way people live and IT works. So definitely, I believe you could understand the message.
I will just try to show the virtual desktop. If we talk about desktops, just to see what we do also provide. We'll just take a few seconds more.
Give me time.
Okay.
It works on Android too, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
I suppose you have a version for Windows 8 to launch. So.
Yeah, I use Windows 8. Okay, so this is Windows 7. Okay, this is Windows 7 with that mobility pack. So what we have changed, this is native loop of Windows 7 that probably everyone is familiar with. And we have just made it more touch and user friendly. It's a little bit different, but it provides better experience than normal Windows 7, like this. Because, okay, to hit the start button twice, to hit the start button, you need to, zoom, and with that mobility pack, with that help, you don't need to do that.
What about the licensing? Usually you buy a license from Microsoft, let's say, to use the software on one machine.
Yeah, okay. Microsoft, this is the topic. Microsoft licensing is topic for themselves. I mean, for itself. In Citrix, you only need one license. Either it's for its concurrent use or per user or device. Per user device, it's dynamically adjusted. So you need one user needs one license. Microsoft is
So I have to have the license from Microsoft for the desktop.
Yeah.
I have for the server. I have one on the premises.
Yes, of course.
But with Citrix, I can use that software actually on
First you
several
have
machines.
Yeah, you have to have licenses from all Microsoft products. You need to cover that. And then you also buy Citrix licensing to provide you this kind of functionality. Not only this kind, but if you buy Zen Desktop, it's not only this, it's much more. It provides you turnkey solution. So you got hypervisor, you have Zen application virtualization, desktop virtualization, monitoring, bandwidth optimization, all included in one user license. So no secret costs, for example, that you would need to buy from third-party tools to optimize your environment later.
The licenses part is generally discussion we can have definitely. And what Grega said with so-called by marketing, Zen Desktop for desktop virtualization consists different parts. And we see also customers that are planning ahead, and they said, yes, I would like to have the full desktop virtualization within my organization. I have 5,000 users, and I don't know how branches I have across the countries, but at the moment, because of some reason, and maybe because of bandwidth or the current budget, they said, okay, I cannot start with everything, but I will finish this project within 2 years. So it's cheaper if they buy Zen Desktop, so-called for desktop full virtualization, and we see the trend. They just use one feature, for example, application virtualization for their branches across the country, and headquarters, they're offering the full desktop virtualization to their users. And Citrix is mindset. We can see on the market as well that many organizations are entering, and they would like to play a bit in IT, to understand a better technology, to feel the technology more, and also to give some time to their users to adjust. For us from IT, things are simple. 1 + 1 is 2. So there is no much difference for end users. But people are taking it sometimes slowly, depends what type of organization is, what they believe, how they will easily adopt this kind of things. We see on an executive level, in some organizations, they said, I want iPad and I want full application available, where executives are asking, when? Yesterday, I will go on vacation, I'm traveling, and I want full access to my business about this. On the other side, you have some other executives as well, or company leaders, where you put in front of them many devices, this, oh, no, I don't like it, because, and I don't want to understand. But once you give them to touch this is our experience. Once you just give them to touch this, and we have several discussions with some company leaders, they said, just try, and nothing else. And if you don't like it, throw it away. They start actually like it, because on one device, they can even split, and this is a part of licensing approach for some organization. They can have their own space on the same laptop, on the same device, whatever, and they have corporate. And these are like two devices on one device. And the line is very, let's say, in the middle, and data cannot go from one device on the other side. And security is a very, we are also very much focused on the security part in delivering this, and this is one of the main drivers, definitely. Of course, TCO is not something that you can, or ROI is not something that you can see immediately, but this ROI is something that might be and can be and should be very carefully analyzed from electricity point of view, from hardware, from support, from operational cost of point of view, so from many parts, where COO or operational director, CFO, financial director, they can understand. Once they see economical benefit, then they will be actually the so-called pushers this project to enter inside the organization. This is still, in Romania, I see it's still at the beginning, but I see huge need, and companies are very much interested. Starting from beginning of September, I joined Citrix in early January this year. Grega is almost 1 year now with the company. We worked a lot on the Romanian market, and we just realized that after the summer, beginning of September, they start coming to us more and more different business units from telco organization, from financial utilities, saying, let's engage now more, because we would like to have this to start by the end of this year with some, let's say, tests to implement this side next year. They started with big plans, and what I didn't expect definitely is also telcos to have this kind of approach, because before summer there was like, wow, we know how to sell mobile phones, internet connections, and landlines. This is our comfortable zone. So this is something we'll see. Now, last month I see they're simply running, say, we want cloud, we want this, we want to offer something else, we want to prepare. What's this, what's that, how it's working, what is the needed, let's say, project plan with them, and what they could offer on the market, because they can see on some other markets that this is working, and For them it's profitable, and for many other organizations, financial sector, utilities, pharmaceutical, hospitals. One of the things that I was thinking also is about the hospitals. Our region, I'm coming from the region, originally Serbian, but I live in Greece for the last 11 years. Grega is from the region as well. We all passed this historical part of socialism, communism. Our health system is not organized well. You go in the hospital, you wait for 6 hours. You go from door to the door. You go in public notary for some things that you could finish in a couple of minutes, and then you wait and stop here, stop there, and if you have to find something. We are wasting a lot of times, and this can be done simply, easily with virtualization, and cost effectively will be, and for them and for us, not to waste our time as well, and everything could be done in the end of the day remotely. Government has huge interest in this. In some Western European countries, and what we see experience, okay, you can say United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand is far away from us. No, they're not far away. We are the gap between them and us is shrinking slowly. They don't have bigger needs than we do in the moment. The difference is they are just investing. We are a bit more like, I'm saying, turtles. We are going slowly. So let's see, let's check and stuff like this. Anyway, big discussion. We can leave it for later. Sorry. Okay. So.
Any other questions? Well, if not, for the moment, we'll surely finish the conference, and they can ask me afterwards. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For the
We appreciate it.